You know, he's got a little bit of something to him.
Well, we will find out, will we not? And as I said a little while ago, Mike likes this guy, and he will play for somebody sometime, somewhere. All right, now, over the last 14 practice days, the Titans felt like they got a head start on the 2010 season and were able to answer some questions in that process. Now, our Mike Rogers is here now to discuss the progress this team has made since April. Mike?
That's right, April 27th to be exact, Hope. That was the Titans' first day of organized team activities, and a lot has changed for the Titans since that day. As we take a closer look at the progress this team has made, we lead things off with the #1 question going into training camp.
You think he's with you next time you're out here?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. You got to pay his bills.
Even without Chris Johnson in the backfield, the 2010 Titans took their first steps towards a new season by taking full advantage of their organized team activities. 14 total practice dates are now behind them. The rookie draft class was brought up to speed, and the veterans were handed a heavy workload.
I accomplished a lot because I learned the defense. You know what I'm saying? I got familiar with it. Got familiar with my teammates. I mean, that was big for me. For them, I'm pretty sure it was just more so just fine tuning their skills and knowing what they're doing, what they already know, and just getting better at it. And for all of us, I believe it's going to help us in the long run to get to the ultimate goal, and that's to win the championship.
Training camp will begin on July 31st. And that leaves the Titans players with 4 weeks of downtime to prepare for the grind to begin. The head coach would like to remind this group to keep the focus on football and don't have too much fun in the sun.
It's a break. It's not a vacation. It's a break before training camp. It's that last 3.5 to 4 weeks that you have to fine-tune all aspects, you know, physically, emotionally, you know, and as Vince probably told you, he wants to come in ready to go. You know, there shouldn't be issues in the playbook or with installation. He just needs to come out and execute.
And it sounds like that message has come across loud and clear. Staying ahead of schedule and working on your game appears to be the theme throughout the roster.
You got to stay sharp, you know, make sure you get all the film work you need to take with you. As well as, you know, a lot of guys got their own personal trainers and things like that. I mean, a lot of the NFL guys, they be in Houston a lot, so I get a chance to work out with some of the best guys out there in Houston. So, and then it's hot, so so I'll be getting used to the heat.
You really just focus on the things we've learned in OTAs, our playbook mainly, just get that down and continue to work and stay in shape, work on the things that have been bothering you all summer. For me, you know, just running sharper routes, you know, still catching balls and whatnot, and just being in great shape when I come back. It's a long month off, so you don't want to get caught up in having fun and lose track of you know, what this month means to us. It's the last chance to heal up 100%.
And you focus on technique, and more technique and conditioning. You want to be more conditioning those guys because at the end of the day, if you're not, technique is going to fail. So if we continue to do that as DBs, we're going to have a good season this year.
And now that the OTAs have come and gone, hopefully the off-the-field problems are a thing of the past too. 30-plus days to stay out of trouble. Sounds easy, right? Not in the NFL these days.
Well, there's things that, I mean, the things that happen all over the league, you know, and the focus goes on, unfortunately goes on that, but you know, what completely offsets it is the improvement of your football team, the improvement of your young players, the anticipation of the start of the season. You know, everybody's starting off, you know, undefeated. So, I mean, it's, you know, despite the fact there's been a few issues, you know, by and large, we've had a lot of good things happen here.
Well, there was some good and some bad over the last 3 months, but moving forward, it looks like this team has learned their lesson as far as staying out of trouble off the field. Now, another thing this team got a preview of during OTAs, all of the questions they will be asked on a daily basis if Chris Johnson is not on hand at training camp. Hope?
Well, the odds right now seem to be, at least from where I stand, Mike, is that the day training camp opens, CJ will still be missing.
If you were a betting man, would you say over the next 30 days, CJ signs or this team gets in trouble again? Where would you put your money?
Team gets in trouble again.
There you have it.
No, I hope that's not the case, and I hope CJ signs. We all hope that's the case. But I tell you what, talks right now are nil, or at least from what we know, pretty much non-existent. So if these guys want to get together, it's like I was asking Jeff in practice this week. He talked 2-3 weeks ago about before CJ's football camp. Hey, I'd like for CJ to come in, let's talk, and I asked him in practice when was that going to happen. He said, we're not talking about CJ anymore. So it looks like it may be off the table. I don't know.
One thing that I was surprised, you know, we covered organized team activities every day pretty much out there, and the players had Chris Johnson's back. You know, they were supporting his campaign to get a bigger and better contract. And I couldn't find one single player in the locker room who said, I wouldn't do that right now if I was Chris Johnson.
Yeah, I think it'll be serious when the 31st rolls around and CJ is not in camp, but we'll wait until then. All right, let's take a look at the quarterback situation. Vince Young starts off, he's the man. You keep Kerry Collins, he's $5.5 million, or are you looking over his shoulder and looking to Chris Sims? And of course, we just did the piece on Rusty Smith. Rusty's not even in the picture right now, but that's a pretty valuable backup quarterback.
But I think he is in the picture, because I think the picture right now says, okay, we know Vince Vaughn is number 1, and then we know Rusty Smith is number 3. I'm predicting that, okay, Vince gets the 1 spot. Rusty Smith, they drafted him with a draft pick. I mean, you don't want to just waste a draft pick on that kid. I think the battle's going to be at the number 2 spot between Chris Sims and Kerry Collins. I predict that either Chris Sims or Kerry Collins will not be on this football team when they start the season come September.